Korea has been experiencing a serious heat wave lately. Many people even lose their appetite due to the weather. Now, when it's this hot, I just want something cold and refreshing, actually. What about you, Bella?
Oh, same here. When it gets to summer, the first Korean summer dish that comes to mind is naengmyeon, naengmyeon, naengmyeon. Naengmyeon is probably the first thing that comes to mind. And you know, there's something about that bowl of ice cold noodles on a hot summer day that just hits the spot.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
there are also so many other refreshing Korean foods that Korean people like to eat in summer. So today we're going to explore some of those summer favorites with our cooking content creator Matthew joining us once again in the studio. Welcome back, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Hello. Hello, everyone. 안녕하세요. Been a long time. Always nice to see you. Yeah, actually, I think the summer, like Korean summer, is very hot and humid, so we always crave for very refreshing and cold foods.
Right.
But we also have like a lot of foods, like Korean foods are prepared for Korean summer, so it's very nice.
So what would you think is the one Korean summer dish that comes up to mind and the one that you actually crave maybe every year?
I think like when the summer starts in Korea, I think everyone craves for naengmyeon, which is cold noodles, but it's because it's so humid, so I start craving for some refreshing, a little bit spicy and sweet noodles. But yeah, I think when I eat naengmyeon, it's like, okay, Korean summer starts now. So.
Definitely. So you did say naengmyeon comes to your mind when it comes to summer in Korea. And there's two different types, right? So naengmyeon, first off, when you first came across naengmyeon, was it unusual to you? Was it so new to you? And also the two styles is 함흥냉면 and also 평양냉면. So which one is your favorite?
Actually, in Poland, we have some cold dishes, but it comes more like a dessert because we put fruits in it. But when I came to Korea, at first it was kind of unusual, but like when the summer is very hot and you start eating it, you get very used to, like you get very fast used to that, right? So I very started to love it. But like, I think I'm the 함흥냉면 team because I like the chewy texture, the spiciness, and the broth is kind of like strong taste. But 평양냉면 is buckwheat noodles. And the soup is very light and mild. So yeah, I think the same naengmyeon, but the difference is very big. So I actually very enjoy making it at home as well. Because they have like many products in Korean Kmart.
Right.
Like you can easily just enjoy at home. So.
We're going to talk about how to make those dishes at home as well. But first and foremost, I mean, I think it's very interesting that you differentiate between 함흥냉면 and 평양냉면 because many people might just differentiate between 물냉면 and 비빔냉면, which is like the watery, cold broth, the clear broth style versus the spicy version. But there are more of these distinctions such as 함흥 and 평양냉면 as you just described. But yes, Matthew, you also make naengmyeon at home, which is really not easy for me. I just like to go to the restaurant. But please tell us, these days there are so many naengmyeon products you can make at home. Do you have any tips or tricks that you can share with our viewers?
So I think the naengmyeon, the point of that is to eat it very cold. So you must not skip the rinsing process. So as soon as you cook the noodles, you have to put it in the ice cold water, so it keeps the texture very chewy, and it doesn't get overcooked. But like for me also, like if I put the 육수, which is the soup, like I think 1 hour before I eat, I put it in the freezer, so it makes it 살얼음. It's kind of like icy kind of. Becomes like kind of thing, and I put cucumber and boiled egg on top. It makes the dish very nice.
And we see you making it here also with the
Yes.
egg up there. And you also need a lot of ice cubes. I think Korean people need to have a lot of ice cubes in their refrigerator, not
Oh,
only
yes.
because they love or iced Americano, but also because they need those ice cubes for these refreshing cold noodles.
Definitely. And speaking of naengmyeon, what's going around is also something called buldak naengmyeon, which is basically a recipe that you enjoy buldak spice noodles cold. And I also saw a video of you making it as well. So do you have any tips on making it, easy?
Because I think usually buldak we eat only like kind of, we just mix the noodles and we kind of make it hot. But if you rinse it in ice cold water to keep the noodles very chewy, and then after, like I do it on my YouTube video, but like I very like it to mix it with like when it's cold, and then you mix it with the sauce, and you put the naengmyeon yuksu, which you can get in the Kmart. So it makes it very something new and very refreshing, spicy and sweet, and very, I think, good for Korean summer.
I think this one I should try out one day.
It's very easy, yeah.
Okay, I'll check your video later again. But now let's talk about naengguk, or cold soup. This one might be a little unfamiliar to our foreign viewers. So what is that? And also I heard that the ingredients can vary a lot from household to household.
I think it's very popular dish when we go to Korean barbecue also, like in the summertime especially. Like in winter they do it hot, but if you go in summer season, they just make it cold, and then all the ingredients that go inside are very simple, but can be only cucumber or only miok, which is seaweed, right? But it doesn't very differ on the products, but it's very easy to make and very popular for us. But I think in between, like I think each house has its own kind of recipe for the naengguk, which like naengguk means just the cold soup, right? So I think it's like every household has its own recipe for good naengguk. And I think if you put a little bit of vinegar or sometimes mustard in it, it makes it more refreshing and it's very 시원해.
Right. I think vinegar is a must ingredient, especially also in naengmyeon again.
Right.
I'm the one kind of person who first eats it as is, and then I put a little bit more vinegar at the end.
Same. I think we're all the same.
I think so too, yes, definitely agree. And so we talked about naengmyeon, we talked about naengguk, and there's another Korean dish that a lot of people eat in summer, and that's 콩국수, which is noodles in cold soybean broth. So now, you also made this as well, so could you explain exactly what kind of dish this is, and also an easy recipe for people to make at home?
Like actually the kongguksu is just a simple creamy soybean broth, but it's cold. They serve it cold, but it's very rich. The taste is very rich and gives you a lot of protein. But actually, like it's not as complicated as it seems to be. You can make it very easy at home. Like if you have the soybean, cooked soybean, you just blend it with water. Or the easiest way is just you get the tofu from the dubu, from the Kmart, and then you just blend it with milk. You put 1 scoop of the peanut butter, which makes the flavor very deep and tasty. And like I think just the point of that, it has to be cold. That's the taste of that, right? It's the summer dish, so you have to keep it cold.
Okay, and Matthew, every year this debate comes up. Also on social media, I see this question a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Should you season kongguksu with salt or sugar? What do you think?
I think I'm the salt team because it brings the very deep flavor of the soybeans. But like, I think it differs also where in Korea where you're from. Because like if you're Gyeongsangdo or Jeollado, like it differs a lot, or it's just your personal like kind of taste, right? But I put salt and only a little bit of sugar. But sometimes I see my friends, they put a lot of sugar. Like they
Just
make
pour it in?
Yes, like 2 or 3 cups. So it makes it. I think it's just like a dessert, but I think it's just your taste. So.
Well, I like to put in both in it.
Oh,
like first
same.
I start again with nothing, just the pure version.
Oh, really?
And then I put a little bit of salt in, a little bit of sugar, and then mix it all together.
I'm the salt
I think that's the
person.
bit. Yeah. Just a little bit of sugar.
A little bit of
Yeah.
sugar. Yes, we all have different tastes. And also, are there any side dishes or foods that you particularly recommend with pairing these summer Korean dishes?
I think for naengmyeon, we usually have galbi, which is Korean barbecue meat, or just easy like samgyeopsal, or even like sogogi, which is grilled beef. But I think for kongguksu, we kind of enjoy having it with yeolmu kimchi, because the soup is very mild. It's very plain, right? But like the spicy yeolmu kimchi, it mixes well. It's like a pairing. You have to eat it together. It makes the soup taste very good.
It's interesting how you are mentioning meat here, because usually we would think that the cold broth might be a side dish for the meat
Right.
and not the other way around.
Right.
But actually in the summer season, these cold noodles can actually be the main dish, and you can have some side galbi, as you said, some seasoned meat as a side dish actually. But Matthew, last but not least, there are so many other refreshing noodles in Korea. Would there be one that you would like to recommend to foreign viewers that they might not be familiar with?
I think foreigners usually, when they come to Korea, they stay very short time, so they only, I think, trying to enjoy naengmyeon. But we have like yeolmuguksu. It's kind of for foreigners, it's kind of naengmyeon kind of thing, but it's a little bit like it's simple. It's simple, but it's also very refreshing, and I very enjoy that. Like, I think it's just depends on the day. Sometimes you crave for naengmyeon. Sometimes you want something soury and ice cold, like yeolmu. But I think also they have like chogeguksu, which they put like the boiled, very soft chicken on top, and then I think they use the chicken breast, and the soup is also very cold, ice cold, but it's just the chicken broth. So the taste is very deep. I think all the foreigners that they come to Korea, they would love it. Because the chicken soup, I think, is very popular all around the world.
Right.
It doesn't matter what country you go. There's always everyone loves chicken, right? But the chicken soup, very deep taste, and then they put a little bit like some chicken breast slices on top. Mix it with cold soup, tastes very good.
And again, vinegar.
Vinegar and a little bit of mustard.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Thank you very much for those refreshing recommendations and tips, Matthew, and have a great, refreshing and cool rest of the summer.
I think we all need that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. We
you.
appreciate
Thank you.
it. And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to have you back here soon.
Yes, I'll see you soon.